Hi, this is Dorothy with Dot Scrapbooking, and we are going to work on page number 8 today. So it's a nice bright yellow background, which for page number 8, that means it's for the calendar year, it would be August. So of course it's bright and yellow and sunny, right? So I'm taking out these die cut strips. They're in lemonade. That's close to my heart color. But it's kind of like I was wanting to use some lemonade, but I don't know. It was too much yellow, I think. So I'm just popping out all of the die cuts here. We've got stars and little banners and a little card holder there and several little jotting places to journal. And so there's our little pile, and there's our stickers. So reach and camera and little stars. So this is, let me just get this out of the way so you can see what is the printed material here. So this is the printed page. So it says "For the Stars," and the one of the stickers is a title that says "Reach." So that's kind of what we're doing here. We're reaching for the stars. So this lagoon background, a nice little printed background, is going down right in line with the black tag right at the corner. And then this is the photo background for three 3x3 photos. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that down. And it goes like a 1 1/8 inch over, I think, from the right hand side, and then 3 1/2 down. So pretty darn simple. And there you go. So we've got circles and stars and a little place for the date and the place, probably. And I'm just going to pop up the little circle to give us a little dimension here. So I don't do this in the right order, but right after the circle goes on, then those yellow strips really need to go on before you put the little red journaling tag. But I didn't do that, but it's okay because I make do. So I'm putting a little piece of foam tape just on the top so that pictures can slide underneath. So that was on purpose, and that's what I usually do. Is just I leave the if a picture is going under there, I leave the place without any kind of glue. That's how I roll. So we get a star that's getting popped up. I've gone through another sheet of shaker window squares. So this is coming along. So like the tag goes up there, and that little blue piece is kind of the tag holder. And I'm going to put Tombow on those edges and then stick it. But then I realize I need to put the yellow piece in first. So that's why I say the yellow needs to go on before that little red tag. And I'm kind of eyeballing it depending on what the picture looks like. And I'm snugging it right up to the edge of the white. So this is going to go, and I'm just going to cut it off because otherwise I'm going to be fighting with it. And you can't see it, so you might as well just cut it off. So I'm just trying to get it lined up. I kind of went wonky there. So there we go. Now we're all back to normal. And this little card holder is going to go right there. Then the little card just slides right there and holds it, sort of holds it. Anyway, there's all sorts of little bits and pieces that go on. There's a little banner down at the bottom, nice candy apple red. Love the way that looks against the black and the yellow, actually. And then a nice little star banner going with it. and the little camera goes next to it. And the camera's lagoon, just like the little piece next door. And here's reach. And I love this because the letters are all attached, so I don't have to line them up. So here we go. Reach for the stars. Boom. Done. Completed. Okay. So, going to pop up another red star. Everything gets so nicely balanced. Thank you, close to my heart. And then I add a couple of more little circles. And that one's done. And then we've got 2 more pieces. So besides these placeholders for the photos. The blue piece goes behind the little journaling card. And then there's another little, I like all these small journaling pieces that they have on this. That's kind of interesting. So you could put like date and who all is there in the pictures, and then maybe the place down at the bottom on the yellow, and then what were you doing and what was going on and what were your feelings can go on the other little card. So we've got all of that. The only thing I'm missing are those 2 pieces. And so that's going to go down there. And then that little blue piece goes behind the white tag. There we go. So I kind of struggled, to tell you the truth, with what to do with this. Was I going to use, more yellow? And then I just couldn't put another piece of yellow next to that. That was going to be a lot of yellow. And so I decided, since the line and some little accents were black, I would just go ahead with a black background. And I'm going to set that one aside. And see, there's a hand-drawn line, except it's printed on. And so what I was thinking is doing the hand-drawn line in white. And so I found this pen that I've had for a long, long time. It's got paint in it. And, but it's really old. And so, I'm having a lot of problems with it. What I tell you what they have now is they've got white gel pens. So I just ordered myself some because this is clearly running. I'm trying to get it to work. So you can press on the tip, and that kind of pumps the paint down. You have to shake it up a whole lot. Who knows how long I've had this thing and didn't use it. This is what I've told you before. This is my problem. I buy all this stuff, and then it's like, oh, it's really cool, and then I don't use it. What is wrong with that? If you're going to buy something, get it out and use it. I drive myself crazy because here I've got, and I don't have one because I never buy just one of something. I buy 2. So both of them are old and kind of dried out. But, it's doing a little bit here. It's not as bright as I had hoped, but I think if it was fresh, it would have been. And the gel pens are probably would be better. But anyway, I'm doing it, and kind of nursing it all along the way here. It's getting better as I go. So it probably just needed to get worked. So it's a paint marker. We don't carry these anymore. But like I said, we do have white gel pens for writing on black or dark colors. So like I said, I just ordered some. Okay, so I printed these. This came from, I believe, Artistry, one of our Cricut cartridges. And I cut it in Design Space, and I cut it on white pearl paper. Also, I hadn't used it. It was in there. I've had it for a while, and none of the pieces were touched. So I thought, well, I didn't have any white glitter paper to make glittery stars. So I thought I would just use the white pearl. And since it's reaching for the stars, I had to make a thing of stars. Just because because I'm very literal, I think. But anyway, here we go. And I'm just going to pop them up with just one strip of foam tape. And I think I didn't do it while I was making this, but I've got some of the glitter. What is it? The glitter stickles, and it's called Asteroid. And I also have one called Nebula. And I think I'm going to add some either Asteroid or Nebula to my black background there, and to the yellow also. So these are some more of the stencils that are, they're card front stencils is what they're called. And so you can stencil your own card front for your 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. So you can make your own kind of printed paper. So I thought I will just kind of make something that kind of compares to the printed piece that's in Lagoon. And so I'm trying this stripe out because it's not really, it's more of a plaid on the Lagoon piece, but I didn't want to necessarily do the same plaid that I did on the previous paper, although I do like that plaid. I end up using it, just so you know. So that yellow plaid is actually from a Picture My Life. I think it's Sawyer, Picture My Life cards. And so, you know, right color, right idea. So I'm using that on the black because that'll really stick out. So there's the stripe. That's sort of what it looks like. I kind of messed up one of the stripes. But I decided it wasn't enough. So what do? I flip it over and use the plaid from yesterday. So here we go. And that takes a bit of doing. I'm using ink, or one of our ink pads, to do the stenciling. And I mean, I will say, well, I thought that I had a kind of a aqua color, Lagoon color in the Distress Oxide. It's really easier to do it. The Distress Oxide is very creamy, and this is ink, so it's not creamy and it doesn't glide. So the Distress Oxide for doing stenciling is much easier. But this worked, and it just takes a little bit more diligence to get it in without, I'm kind of pressing hard, but I don't want to press so hard that I move the stencil around. So here we go. It's kind of coming along very nicely, actually. So I'm not messing it up too bad. It's kind of cute. It's kind of fun. I mean, I haven't done stenciling since I was a little kid, probably kindergarten. Stenciling's fun. I mean, it's really fun. There, look at that. How cool is that? It's just so darn cool. And then because I did kind of smear some of the edges, I thought, well, what the heck, just distress the edges. Make it like it's something that you meant to do. So here we go. That's what I'm doing. And distressing, distressing always looks good. So, but I think that this one is like 1/4 inch longer than the yellow one. So I do have to kind of trim it down a little bit. So I kind of wish I had the white glitter, but that's okay. The pearl is something different, and I wouldn't have thought to use that. I'd always go to see how it's just a tad longer. So I'm going to trim it down a bit. But they certainly pop out, for sure. So there we go. Now we're all the same size. and that actually looks better. So there we go. Yay. Made my own background paper. How cool is that? Okay, so we're coming along, and I'm just thinking, I really need some red. There's, various red accents. So I made a little yellow tag up there, and then I got some scraps of candy apple and cut one that's like 5/8 of an inch and put it in between the lagoon and lemonade. And then I'm putting the piece that's the same size as the left-handed page. So it's like 9.5, 3.25 by 9.5 maybe. And I'm going to go ahead and put 3x3s on there too. But first of all, I'm going to use my red shimmer trim. So I always have to get something sparkly in there. So I'm doing like the other page where these are the yellow stripes. So this is the red. I do love shimmer trim. I have 2 boxes of it. What can I say? It's just so pretty. And it's so easy to use because it's all self-stick. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. I'm just putting my three little placeholders there. And I think if I add some of the Stickles smear-on glitter stuff, because it's super thick. It's not like Stickles in the little squeeze jars. Just to add a little glitz to this page, and probably the yellow page too. So I made some little red accents, and this is my scallop punch. What I wish I had, why don't I have a star punch? I don't have a star punch. Why don't I have a star punch? That would have been perfect. I guess I could have cut them on the Cricut. I don't know what I was thinking. So just adding another little banner up there to add some bright red to the layout to kind of spark it up a little bit. So I'm just going to put it over there. And then I thought, well, let me put a journaling place down here. And so I thought, okay, I had a little scrap of lemonade that was just like meant to go there. It was like, okay, that's like I had intended that, and I didn't. So here we are. I'm going to make my own little journaling piece. So I'm going to take my ruler and my jotting pen, and I am going to make my own lines. Of course, I can't find my jotting pen, but I'm making my own journaling card. So I'm moving down every 1/4 of an inch. And I'm trying to keep it even and then just go from one line to the same line to kind of, so it's not all wonky. So there we are. Super easy to make your own journaling card. Give yourself about 1/4 of an inch or 3/8 of an inch if you want. So I just have a little bit more space at the top. And so there we go. There's my page to, looks like Wheels on the Bus there with that second one. So I'm just gonna, there we go. And it's a little different. But there's my layout for August. I thought that I chopped that out. I'm sorry, didn't mean to make you seasick. Silly me. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and you can get maybe some ideas for your own scrapping. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you subscribing and adding comments. And if you want, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, I'm Dorothy Smith.
Thanks for watching my video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and learn along with me. Thanks. Bye-bye.